Hello traders and investors, I'm LA Little. This is your daily NeoTA wrap where we take a look at these markets and we do it from a neoclassical perspective, asking ourselves each day what happened today and what does it tell us about the coming ones. Last night I said today was probably going to be a pivotal day. The pivotal part of it was, can they break it down? You'd gotten the push down, right, off the 2-bar reversal on the NDX. Question is, could you get some follow through? Right, you got a little bit of a bounce. Can you get the follow through? No follow through, folks. In fact, if you want to call this follow through, the only follow through there was to the upside when we look at it from the small caps. This is the third day running. I said it early in the Twitter. Small cap rotation, it was coming back to them, came back into them with a vengeance on the financials, even large cap financials, but especially the small cap financials cut a huge bid today. They were pressing. Everybody's talking about head and shoulders breakdowns, things of that nature. Doesn't matter, folks. If the volume's not there, if you can't break the price, it ain't going lower. And they couldn't break it down. They tried, they couldn't break it down. That leads to a big spike up, and that leads to a nice big push on the Russell. Now the Russell, when we look at that chart, you'll see it's got a nice ABCD up now, trying to go for higher highs. NDX was flat, same with the S&P. You had some selling again in Europe, especially in the Switzerland area. You had elections in Britain tonight or today, the election results coming in. They're talking about a hung parliament that put some pressure on the pound and on the British markets after hours. Also sent some of these U.S. markets lower in terms of futures, but of course they just climbed back up. You had a rotation not only into small caps, but back out of the safety stuff, right? All the safety stuff got hit here, also got hit if you look at the sectors, and we'll look at those shortly. Let's take a look at the small caps to start with. I was talking about that ABCD structure. You can see it here starting at this low. When they were trying to break it down, they couldn't. So you got the A, the B point back down, and now you got the C point up. And if it's true, it's going to break out again. That's the small caps. If you look at, and I don't have volumes in, but volume looked to be about the same today, not much heavier. S&P 500, if you go to it, you're sitting at the highs. You're going to try to break them out tomorrow. If you go to the NASDAQ, the NDX, this is where they had to break it down. What do? They break it out. That, folks, is a bull market in spades. It won't give it up no matter what. It just won't give it up. And you have huge breakdowns taking place in a couple areas. Energy is one. You can see it here on the energy market. They just can't lift. If you look at it on the weekly, not only can't they lift, they're down, breaking swing point lows again. And finally, if you go to the monthly, which to me, this is the key area, the monthly has to hold. That number is 6520 here, 6457 there. If you break that down, I don't see how you can keep this monthly chart in a positive vein. XRT is another area that you're seeing that. If I pop that up, and I'll just type it in here, you can see the retailers breaking down slowly. They're getting ready to make a bigger break themselves. Everywhere else, though, and those are small percentage holdings, almost everywhere else is holding. The weakest area I see right now is in the discretionary. We'll see if that one can hold on this bullish retest regen. Again, it's on the test that we find out what the market wants to do. You've got this overlapping area here. That's where it came into today. Usually when you come back within 6 bars, you're going to try to get into the lower third. So I would think it gets a little deeper tomorrow. And that's where the buyers should show back up if they're going to. So that will be a test area tomorrow that you can look at. If you look elsewhere, folks, they don't want to give it up. XLK makes new highs. XLI has been struggling a little bit, but still holds. Financials take off. This is the big cap financials. KRE, some of the other ones, they went even higher. Let me pop up KRE. You can see this compressed move. In other words, they're trying to break down these swing point lows multiple times now on multiple time frames. Can't break it down, folks. They take it the other way. Whether you want to call it short covering, we won't know that for a while. But this is still a range trade. This is not giving up the range. The range is this big bar down to these lows, and it's still holding. That says you're going to try to reach to the top, right? If you can't break it down, you're going to try to break it out, or at least go test the other side. If we go to the safety sectors I was talking about in conjunction with gold and silver, things like that, here's the XLP, comes back heavy. It's going to test this low, probably find support right there. If you look at the utilities, doing the same thing. Sector after sector after sector strong. None more stronger than the SOX. The SOX takes off again today with a nice big move. I don't know what's going to stop the SOX. The SOX just has no limits. Folks, if you can't break a market down, right, you're going to go test the other side. And that's exactly what they're doing. We had a slight set of weakness to start the week, but they could not follow through. If you can't get selling to follow through, you're going to test the other side. That's what a market does, and that's what it's doing. At this point, it looks to me like this market's not only going to hold, it's going to push even higher. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.